And we'll find out from someone watching, and we'll be able to know here in a minute. If not, if you can at least hear us, we are at Wasatch High School once again. The score 13-11. Bonneville Lakers have taken their first lead of the night.
It should be.
And we are at a timeout that will be. We're just starting here the first part of the second quarter of this game. Yeah, 4:22, as you can see on your screen there. Hopefully you can see on the screen. 4:22 left here in the first half. Bonneville Lakers have seen success here in the last several minutes, ending the first quarter and beginning the second quarter with aggressive man defense that has created multiple turnovers and frustrated Wasatch. There's a double team. Wasatch, if they can push it down, there's a quick foul on the arm. That time going to be called on Lily Hall. Lily Hall, that's her first personal foul. Super, super aggressive, and Hall did not think she touched her. And
we've talked about that. They never do.
They are quite confident.
No player ever really fouls.
Once again, it looks like we're going to have another jump ball. And I'm keeping track of those. That's 8 at least jump balls. It looks like we're having a little referee discussion here. Maybe whether it was a jump ball, maybe it was a foul. Yeah. And
you're going to wear that switch out on the possession there over there.
That's for sure. So it is jump ball. Wasatch with possession. That is 8 jump balls. And credit that probably to Bonneville being super aggressive, tying up anything they can. Again, Hall just swarming, stifling. Again, another turnover, this time Elizabeth Jensen. Elizabeth Jensen got the steal, went down. Looks like the ball was knocked loose by Rachel Heath, but Bonneville will have the ball underneath their own basket. They take it out wide. Hall kicks it over to, I believe there's a three-point attempt, no good. Kiara Sari, and immediately she is swarmed by 2 players. But here comes Schultz, brings it back down. Met by Hall right at the half court aggressively. Ava Pulsifer into the game. There's Rachel Heath. Oh, I think she gave up a 3-point attempt there that was wide open. And Pulsifer tried to get it underneath to Noyce, and it got by her. So, another turnover, and Bonneville takes over once again. Ava Pulsifer will come out of the game. And Elizabeth Anthony checks in. Neither team has scored in the last 3 minutes. The score remains 13-11 for Bonneville. Bonneville took their first lead of the night. This time Schultz almost got a steal, but then Rachel Noyce got a little too aggressive, hit the body. That is Noyce's second foul. And it looks like she is going to come out of the game. Katie Perry comes in. Noyce comes out with 2 fouls. And Bonneville takes over. Wasatch, Corey, looks like they're in a zone again.
They are.
And there's a steal this time by Rachel Heath. Heath comes down quickly, kicks it over to Kinsley Schultz. And
Bonneville is picking them up really high, pressured everywhere. I like this look more for them than the zone that they started the game with. And I think it shows in the score. They're having more success with this and frustrating Wasatch a little bit with it.
It's like it's making Wasatch have to really work hard.
Yeah, they were getting shots too easy before, but now they're going to have to work on every drive, on getting looks rather than just taking the shots.
Elizabeth Anthony there almost had that shot rimmed in and out. Excuse me, had the offensive board, but then it was knocked out of bounds. And that's a double
Another
dribble.
turnover. A
Both
lot
teams,
of jumps and a lot of turnovers, which is why we're not scoring.
That's the third possession in a row for Bonneville with a turnover. And the third possession in a row, Wasatch at least had a shot, didn't have a turnover. So although that broke the streak right there.
And a turnover.
Ella Holland made the steal, drove down, and then just lost it.
Yeah, Wasatch has got to find a way to get the ball. They're pressuring so high and taking away those passing lanes, and Wasatch hasn't adjusted to that yet. They're still just throwing as if the lane's there, and you got to come to the ball, or you got to V-cut away and come back. You set a screen. You got to do something to get open and get that ball. Right now, Bonneville's just able to step in between and take it. And here, just harass the guard and make it difficult. Hayter's going to have to take a timeout just to get the ball across. Their defense is really frustrating Wasatch right now.
Kaylee Price checked into the game, and that was a heavy how do you do coming into the game and having to bring the ball down herself with a very aggressive Bonneville in her face.
Yeah, welcome to the game.
But Pater was able to get the timeout in time.
Sometimes that's the hardest part of coming off the bench for a player is matching the pace of the game, especially where it's this deep into a game. It's already found a pace and a rhythm, a tempo that's going. You're coming off the bench and you've got to find that and match that. Sometimes that's the hardest part about coming in.
Which Kaylee Price has done well with that this year. She's been a strong substitute coming in as a guard, oftentimes playing in the game before and already having played.
But where they didn't have a JV game today, it might take a little bit, a trip up and down the court once or twice, and you'll find it.
Kaylee Price, a sophomore, coming in, giving Kingsley Schultz a rest. But after the timeout, Schultz will come back in. Wasatch will take the ball out under the Lakers basket. But as you can see, already a heavy, heavy full court pressure. And once again, just getting the ball in play. Schultz is going to come down.
Yeah, and it's just basic man pressure. It's they're not coming and trapping and doubling off anything. It's just tight, good man-to-man defense.
Rachel Heath gets the wide open three. No good. Kiara Sari is going to get fouled. Got the offensive rebound, and she's going to get fouled.
She had half a step there to lay it up. I wish she would catch that, keep it high, and just go straight back up. She wanted to take one more step, get one more step closer, and it cost her getting a bucket. But looks like they're going to go zone on the inbound and get called on an offensive foul.
I didn't even see what happened there. It looks
Bonneville went zone. We set a screen. I'm trying to see what number he called out, but we set a screen away, and it was just a little too much, whether they held or something, but it was an offensive foul called.
Looks like potentially, they still haven't put the foul on the board. So we don't know that. So Bonneville comes down again. Wasatch doesn't get the score. They have not scored since the first quarter. They have not scored here in the second quarter.
Wasatch is sticking in that 2-3 zone. There they got caught. Bonneville's doing a great job of cutting those passes, cutting the seams of that zone and getting through. I saw a couple of defenders there kind of just guarding areas and not people, and allowed that Bonneville player through. And
there's a three-point attempt off the mark. Three-point attempt by Lily Hall off the mark. Rebound gets kicked out of bounds, and Wasatch will take over. Wasatch still looking to solve this. It seems like Kinsley could just sprint past just a little bit more.
Typically in a man-to-man full court press, you just clear out the court and let your guard take her one-on-one and go.
It just seems like Schultz would have the athleticism to sprint past her, make her chase her a little bit, instead of allowing Hall to have the time to set up. I don't know.
The offensive player has the advantage because they know where they want to go and when they're going to go and stop. Defense has to just react. And that's why I like to just clear out the court, let your person take them one-on-one and go. And
Wasatch will take over after two attempts at inbound plays that got knocked out of bounds. Here's a pick at the top of the court. Unbelievable. How are they calling that?
Well, that's just great pressure defense by by number 4, Lily Hall.
Yeah,
Full court, shadowing all the way down and to the top of there. She's creating a lot of mess for Wasatch right now. And here they came up to try to free some space by setting that high screen. And
foul was charged to Kiara Sari trying to set the screen. That'll be Sari's second foul, I believe, just here in the last minute. 2 fouls. 44 seconds left here in the first half. Wasatch was outscoring here. There's a bad break there for the Wasp. Another 3-point attempt. This time in and out. Rachel Heath gets it. 30 seconds left. Heath comes down quickly, but Wasatch will set up for a last shot. We'll get it quickly over to Sari. It just seems like
they're having to work. Well, they got the girl where they want her, right under the hoop on that back cut. The ball was thrown a little bit behind her instead of in front.
That actually hurt the Lakers, didn't it, on that play? Even though they probably got out of it. And unfortunately, the foul was charged to Ella Holland.
Kind of a smart foul, though. I mean, instead of giving up an easy look underneath the basket, you're not in the bonus, and so make them work for this.
10 seconds left. Wasatch gets the ball back. Come down here for the last chance at a shot. Sari's going to drive. Heath is going to put up the shot with 1 second left.
Looked like it was just tipped, and
looked like
drawing blanks there in the second quarter.
So the halftime score: Wasatch 11, and that, I believe, not a bucket in the second quarter. So Wasatch.
I don't know when I've seen that, if ever.
Well, I'm thinking back to a couple of weeks ago. They did have one quarter where they did not score. I do remember against. Anyway, we'll have to check on that, but definitely. And of course, the game turned around. At this point, so we're gonna take a quick break here. We're gonna let you watch the Waspettes, and at that point, we'll go ahead and let you watch them, and we'll be able to come back here right on Sting TV. Thanks for joining us right here on Sting TV. We got a handheld we could do a quick interview. Are we still streaming?
That mic is on.
We could give her one of ours. We could give her yours.
Yeah.
And I can do this really quickly. Coach, thank you.
Yep, absolutely.
So what we'll do is just really quickly for a second, talk a little bit about how the game changed there in the second quarter for you guys. All right. Test 1, 2. Can you hear me okay? All right, so we are here with a chance to talk with Jasmine Porter, the head coach at Bonneville, of the Bonneville Lakers. Coach, thanks for taking a minute with us. You go good with your team. So your team turned things around. First quarter, Wasatch controlled mostly, but turned around completely. What did that for you?
Our man defense is doing really well. It's doing really, really well. We're putting a lot of pressure on the ball, so they're not having nice, clean look sets like they were before. We know that they want to get the ball into the post, and we're trying to do everything that we can so that that doesn't happen.
What was the scouting report for you coming into this game? Is that what it was, them getting the ball down to the post?
We know that their posts run this team pretty much, and they get most of their points, the majority of their points. So we're just trying to limit the touches to the post. We try to get them to catch it outside the three-point line and make them do something, put the ball on the ground.
So going into the next half, looking to do a lot of the same, or what do you expect the changes they might have?
I think they're going to try to set a lot more screens, and we just got to talk, and if we keep talking, we'll win this game.
Jasmine Porter of Bonneville Lakers, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
Good luck with the rest of the game.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's good. I liked it. Good job. Good job. I liked it. Thank you. I like this. And welcome back, everybody, to Wasatch High School. Brent Martindale here with Sting TV with Corey Lang, the director of Sting TV. You guys are doing great. It's doing great. And we're going to talk just a little bit about this game. Wasatch down 11-13. Unfortunately, not a point scored in the second quarter for the Wasps. Corey, what happened?
I think it was the defensive changes by Bonneville. The pressure that they will bring, going man-to-man, has really, really flustered the Wasps. And that's hard to say. Wasatch.
Especially 3 times.
I know. It has really frustrated them with the pressure. They haven't been able to get a good look. They're worried about the defender in front of their face rather than being able to see the court. And even though the rest of the team might be able to run an offense, they're not seeing that open guy when they need to see it because they're being so pressured. And even full court, like they had to call timeout to even bring it up that one time because they can't even get the ball up the court. All credit there goes to the defensive changes by Bonneville and being able to adapt and make that. I fully expect that's the issues that Hayter has addressed at halftime.
Probably. Maybe quite
ball
vocally.
Control and figuring out how to get them open, and that's what I think their whole thing will be. Whether maybe if it's a personnel change, have somebody else bring the ball up.
Yep.
A lot of coaches will do that because they'll put their best defender on your guard. So maybe have your forward bring it up, and that's not the best defender on them, and it'll ease some pressure bringing it up depending on if they feel comfortable.
All right, well, here we go. Start of the second half of the 5A Girls State Basketball Tournament. And this will turn into a turnover for Wasatch. 3 players on the floor, showing good sportsmanship there, helping each other up. So Bonneville, first turnover, Wasatch will take over. And sure enough, Corey, there's the heavy
the pressure
man defense, yeah.
And again, even just a simple, I say simple, but an inbound from the sideline in a situation like this, 12 seconds in, you would think easy, but Bonneville's really making everything difficult for them to see the floor and to make any kind of a pass. Like, there you go there. Like, the other offensive player has got to come to the ball.
That's what I was going to say.
Or back cut.
Is it movement away from the ball sometimes that helps with this, right?
So the guard, the person with the ball has to go to the person that they want to pass. You can't be going away or cross court against a defense like this. It's just too aggressive on a defender.
There's Rachel Heath underneath.
That's where you can exploit. If you can bring the pressure up because they're coming up so tight, if you can back cut and get under the rim or back cut off and throw a pass to them even at the time, that's the weakness that kind of a defense can give up.
Yes. Okay. Wasatch with the ball underneath their own basket. That shot is blocked. Kiara Sari gets the offensive rebound and the bucket. Sari's second bucket of the game. I think Sari got a piece of that ball right there. Shot like by Porter, and Wasatch gets the ball back.
Not a bad look. They threw it up early and had a decent look. They just didn't have the rebounders back, but
this is exactly what Wasatch needed to do, come out with some energy. There's a great head fake and basket. Oh, they're going to call
an and one, I believe.
They're going to call an offensive foul.
Oh, yep.
I don't know who they called that on.
Interesting.
We don't have a replay of that, I guess.
On 34, Rachel Noyce. So it must have been the screen or something.
Yep.
Well, then they should count it.
Yep.
Depending on
basket. Looks like did not happen, so it must have happened before
the
initial drive, I guess. So 13-13 is the score. There's a 3-point attempt quickly by Bonneville.
Really quick shot.
That's not something they did in the first half.
You can feel the
jump ball.
You can feel the intensity of a playoff game. It's fun. It's
I'm looking there, Kiara Sari getting frustrated.
Yeah, she looks a little frustrated this game, whether it's on rebounds or when she got fouled trying to get that rebound and put back in.
3-point attempt by Bonneville. Good. That is Lily Hall.
There's the pressure again. I think they got away with the first travel, caught the second. But you just got to give that pump fake and back cut right away, or as Kiara did earlier, when you catch the ball, the pressure's coming, pump fake, and go by him.
3-point attempt by Porter, no good for Bonneville, but the offensive rebound and the bucket by
Hall again, I believe.
Hall with back-to-back buckets here extends the Bonneville lead to 5. That's the biggest lead of the night for them. Sari takes the soft 5-foot jumper and just off, and another jump ball. We already have 3 jump balls here in the third quarter. 9 jump balls in the first half. Again, I credit, Bonneville just always reaching for the ball.
Always trying to have a hand on the ball.
Kinsley Schultz with the shot, no good. Rebound to Bonneville.
They've had a couple of good looks. But sometimes when that pressure is in your face like that, it's difficult. That's a great 3 in the corner. They just stepped off and left her.
That shot made by Maya Jensen.
Yeah, see, again, just not coming to the ball. Standing, waiting for the ball to come to you, and Bonneville is able to just get a hand in or step in between. It's an easy fix.
Lily Hall going to be charged there. There was massive collisions on that.
Yeah, take your pick.
Bonneville going. They are super, super aggressive defensively. And I think like you said earlier, just taking Wasatch by a little surprise.
You got to match the same aggressiveness that they have, or you'll just get beat up.
That's Hall's second foul of the game. Wasatch gets the ball down low, trying to get it to Rachel Noyce. Knocked out of bounds by Porter.
Man, I just feel if they just give half a pump fake, that girl's going to step in front, and then you can
just get her off balance for a second.
Yeah. Right now, Bonneville's able to gamble on every one, and because you're just going up or making that pass without a fake of any kind, they can keep gambling.
Great opportunity there by Wasatch. Missed. Inbound play again with a player wide open.
Rachel, even that shot was really hurried because the pressure is coming at them.
But I did like how she did a little pump fake, like you were saying, and got in the lane.
It creates a little bit of space, makes the defender pause for a second.
The lead quickly has grown 21-13, 8-point lead. Again, the largest of the night for the Lakers. Rachel Heath, senior leader on this team, hits the first.
Yeah, and this could be a great advantage for Wasatch against a team that's going to play really aggressive defense. Is a little pump fake or a drive, get to the line, and get some calls out of it.
Heath misses the second. Bonneville comes down quickly. Lots of swinging around at the top. There's a shot missed. And again, they just shoot. Eventually, Bonneville's going to, right there, eventually going to get called for those.
If you're strong with the ball and have a purpose with your movements, you'll get the calls.
That'll be Elizabeth Jensen. Sorry, Coach.
Up to this point, there hasn't been a reason for Bonneville to stop that kind of.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. But now
that's where you need to come give her a good screen. If you're intent on having your guard bring the ball up like that, give her a good hard screen at 3/4 court, half court, and I guarantee you that defender will back off after she's taken a couple on the back side of a screen. But
that's
great shot.
She has had several 3-point attempts, but that is her first 3-pointer of the night.
Boy, they look confident and smooth on those, and I think that's the result of the defense is working, and now the confidence translates straight into offense.
That foul a moment ago on the Lakers, Elizabeth Jensen, that is her third, and she will come out of the game with 3 fouls. We may not see her for a little bit.
The other thing that you can do if you're Rachel Noyce there is if you're not going to get the pump fake into you, she's getting the step on her, but she's just continuing all the way, and then the defense can adjust and get a hand in between. Stop about 5 feet, 6 feet in front. You got the defender on your back, just stop and hold it on your back and let them throw the ball out in front, and then you go get it.
Kinsley Schultz with the 3-pointer misses. Here comes Bonneville quickly down.
Yeah, she is
Jensen
fast
this
to
time.
bring
There's
that up.
another three-point attempt by Porter,
open
in
look.
and out. It looks like Coach Porter told the team, you got the green light, shoot it.
Absolutely.
This second half. Definitely, they've already taken more three-pointers. There's Rachel Heath.
There's an opportunity. Get a land one, cut this lead.
That was the pass from Sari.
And it was almost
wide
too late.
open. So, yeah, almost too late. Heath hits the shot and the foul. Gets a chance for a three-point play here. Much needed for Wasatch at this point. The lead 24-16 now. That shot brought the biggest lead of the night, 10-point lead from the Lakers. Good. Rachel Heath right now carrying the Wasps on her shoulders.
I was curious to see what kind of adjustments Hayter and the Wasps would make defensively. We know that what they need to do offensively, but I haven't seen a lot of change.
Here's Porter with the soft J. No good. Kiara Sari showing a little aggressiveness there on that rebound.
She's getting frustrated, and I like the change now. Instead of just frustration, now it's
hard play.
Aggression, frustration, right? I'm just going to rip this away, and I'm going to get it.
Again, aggressive defense by the Lakers, but this time cost them another foul. That's the foul charged to Ella Holland. That is her third foul.
See, if a team's going to play that way, you've got to match the aggression, and you'll get some calls out of it, and then they could be in foul trouble. They got 5 team fouls here in the first 5 minutes.
There's a three-point attempt, no good, but Rachel Noyce, gets the rebound, puts it back up, no good, gets another offensive rebound.
With it.
She's going to get called for the over the back. And the basket, no good. Oh, that was.
I don't agree with that call because her hands were straight in the air, straight up. She didn't touch anybody by doing that.
That means
because technically there is no over the back call.
Right.
It's a push. And
okay.
She definitely didn't push. Her hands are straight up.
Noyce, they were not able to get out. She has 4 fouls. Shot no good. Sari with the board. Rachel Noyce is in there with 4 fouls, and there's still 2:50 left. It
looks like Coach Hayter's going to call a timeout and try to get her out of the game. It'd be awful to have her pick up a dumb one there.
Yeah, that'd be terrible. So a full timeout charged to Wasatch. So here's the story.
And this is where Coach Hayter wants an explanation on that as well. I'm with him. Her hands are straight above her head. And she grabs the ball and doesn't bring it down and goes straight back up again. How did she foul? But
yeah, I guess.
I've never seen a ref change their call.
No matter how much they argue, huh?
Not in this level where we don't have challenges and we don't have all that stuff,
I guess on that play you give the Lakers credit, a little bit of credit for having position, I guess. But
yeah, she had good position. She was there, but she wasn't even trying to block out and move. It was just unfortunate, and I see it time and time again in a situation like that. If there's one rebound, they'll let it off. The second, by the third, the refs are almost looking for a reason to blow the whistle and stop this chaos instead of just letting them play it out. The longer it goes like that, the more of a chance of a foul.
Bonneville Lakers extend their lead to 24-17. It's a 7-point lead. The biggest lead of the night for the Lakers, 10. But a couple of buckets by Rachel Heath has brought this game to within 7. Wasatch will have the ball at about three-quarter court on their side of the court.
And if I'm Coach Hayter, I'm telling my girls, like in this case, you catch the ball, defense is going to come up. You got to expect those hands on you. Rip right through them and attack that closeout. And you can get right by them because the defense is so aggressive coming out on you. They can't stop in time and recover with you at the same speed.
Kiara Sari gets the pass from Schultz. One post move and hits the bucket. Brings the Wasps within 5.
Keeping them alive here. Here's that 2-3 extended zone where they kind of put the pressure up on Hall.
There's a cross-court pass.
But because they're extending so high up, they're leaving the corners. And earlier, Bonneville was making them pay for that. They hit those shots. And
it does look like there's a steal by Porter.
And we have seen that.
Almost got the foul. Sorry, almost got the steal. That time fouled her to make sure she didn't make the shot. So Porter will have to shoot 2.
You have to expect that that's coming. Porter hasn't changed her style at any point. It's been that the whole game. She's anticipating and stepping in front. I am really surprised that Coach Hayter or even the girls on the floor haven't recognized and made an adjustment to that.
Porter makes the first. Porter with 7 points tonight.
But, man, credit to her. Anticipating and stepping in, it's just a good read.
You'd imagine great eyes. You know, not a basketball coach, but you know athletes that have a great vision and great anticipation like you're saying. Porter is like that. She's a junior. Not sure yet to know if she's any relation to Coach Jasmine Porter.
The way she's playing, I wouldn't doubt it.
Ava Pulsifer, boy, look, gave up a...
She's got position. She inside.
Sari, all she had to do, it looked like, was just go straight up. It looked like she was underneath. Bonneville with
if you're a big
steal.
At any level, and you get the ball within 2-3 feet of the rim, you're going up.
Alexia Stone gets the offensive rebound on the miss by Hall and puts it back in. The lead is back to 9 for the Lakers. Wasatch takes over. I'm telling you, Wasatch is looking gassed a little bit. It's like
they have been working hard to get what they want, and you can see it.
There's the pass down low. Schultz has the shot blocked.
See, and that's another one of those cases where she's coming across on that back pick. She's got the defender on her back. Instead of running all the way to the ball side block, stop on the other block and hold her on your back and let them just throw the ball under the basket. But I see it all the time. The player will keep coming and then stop, and that allows the defense to come up and adjust, and now that you got a defender between you and the basket.
Kiara Sari was just charged with her 3rd personal foul. So Wasatch here with 45 seconds left.
A couple of
in
key
the
players.
First half.
Yeah, a little walk there.
Wasatch getting a much-needed turnover there. 39 seconds, down 9. Wasatch desperately needs a score here.
Yeah, you want to cut this. Have a really good possession here to end the quarter. Cut the lead and kind of establish a little bit of momentum going into the 4th.
Rachel Noyce with 4 fouls off the court. Here's Kinsley Schultz with a little post move, shot off back. I'm pretty sure Kiara Sari got away with one. See, to me, that looked like she got away with
I thought they were going to call it on her. I really did. I'm surprised.
Bonneville Laker fans not happy. I can hear a father clear across the gym here. And I'm not sure who that foul was charged to.
And the wife is trying to shush him.
I believe they're going to call that on, I think Lily, no, I don't think so. It could be foul charge to Courtney Porter. Porter with the rebound on the miss, 14 seconds. Here comes Bonneville. We're going to have a 3-point wide open, 3.7, no good.
Yeah, wide look. You don't want to give an easy look like that. Make them work for it.
One more wide open look.
Great look again, off the glass. Good. I didn't hear her call it, but counts the same.
3-point attempt, good at the buzzer.
See, and that's, we were talking, you look at the Bonneville bench and the excitement, the energy that they have right now. That's what I was saying, like 30 seconds left, you have the ball. You want a really, really good possession. Run something, even if you don't score it, if you can control that last 30 seconds, it's a victory.
Gotcha.
But instead, you gave up the ball, they come down, they hit it, and all momentum is on Bonneville's side right now.
Bonneville will go into the 4th quarter with a 31-19 lead. And Wasatch, as Coach Corey Lang mentioned, desperately looking for the magic pill at this moment.
A benefit, if I'm Coach Hayter right now, I'm looking at the foul count. You're shooting bonus, you're shooting free throws the rest of the game. You've got to tell your girls to be aggressive, give a ball fake, and when you catch it with purpose, and you rip through the hands, get some calls, get to the line. You're shooting free throws the rest. So that's a huge advantage if you take advantage of it. So you got to look for that. You got to be strong with it. Anticipate the pressure. They're not going to change. It's working for them. Try to get yourself to the line, and defensively contest the shots. You're making them take some of the shots you want them to, and just don't give them second shots.
I wondered if here at the beginning of the fourth quarter that if we would not see Rachel Noyce for at least a couple more minutes, but Hayter putting Noyce in. And so back to the regular starters for Wasatch. Bonneville also with their regular starters on the floor for the beginning of this final quarter of this first round game of the state tournament.
Yeah, it's kind of at that point in the game where if you don't make a run now, it might be too late. And so bringing her in, I can totally see that. It's a do or die.
3-point attempt. Great passing there by the Lakers. 3-point attempt by Elizabeth Jensen is good. That brings the lead 34-19.
15-point lead here.
And almost a turnover. Wasatch gets the ball back. Rachel Heese with the drive. No good. Noyce almost had the rebound. Here comes Bonneville quickly. They are not waiting. It looks like there'll be a foul. That will not be a shot. On the shot.
I'm surprised he keeps having Kinsley Schultz bring the ball up alone. She's not getting great passes off. We had a lot of turnovers off that. And Hall seems to be a great defender on giving her pressure. Let somebody else bring it up and then get it back to her. Or at least give her a good hard screen and give her some space. But she looks, by the time she hits half court, bringing it up, she looks frustrated and exhausted and just wants to get rid of the ball.
The shot was off the mark for the Lakers, but I believe it was Jensen that got the offensive rebound. And you have a little discrepancy. I believe that would be.
Yeah, I thought they'd give the foul to one of those.
Okay.
So I'm like, at 7, we should have seen some free throws at least out of it. We never did. So
both teams with 16 fouls. So as you mentioned, Corey, both teams next foul from here on out for the next 7 minutes will be free throws. Porter makes a post move, baseline, good. I actually believe that ball was completely slapped by Sari, and Sari can't believe it. It was actually off of Sari's hand, and it went in the bucket. 36-19, biggest lead of the night.
Now that's a great take.
Anthony with a great drive.
Great drive, great putback. I like that, coming off the bench and attacking it.
And quickly, there's very little time off the clock. They get the score that they need, and Wasatch gets the defensive stop.
Gets a score, gets a stop, and now get another score, and a few of those, and you're right back in it.
Ava Pulsfer checks into the game. Grace Wonder comes out. More full court pressure by Bonneville, and why not? They don't look tired at all. Nope. And again, Schultz taking care of it definitely better this half. Hasn't had nearly the turnovers. There's a block shot, and they're going to get the foul charge. It kind of looked like the Lakers might get that block shot. That's Alexia Stone.
And so you got to recognize this as players and the coach. You know, all of the officials that are on the floor seem to be tightening it up here in the fourth quarter. And that's very common in any kind of a playoff situation. They're going to call it the closest at the beginning and at the end.
Rachel Noyce at the line shooting 2. That foul was charged to Alexia Stone. That's her 3rd. That's the only minor foul trouble the Lakers have at this point. Noyce playing.
Great board. Way to keep it alive.
Came around and got that offensive board. Almost looked like she could have gone back up with it right there.
Again, you catch the ball 3 feet from the rim, go up.
Rachel Noyce got the pass from Sari. Sari with an offensive board.
And a putback.
They don't seem to be bothered by getting beat up a little bit. There's a quick shot by
Elizabeth. If you're going to make it close this, you can't give up easy ones like that. You got to make them work for it at least.
Bonneville seems to know when to come down and, have numbers.
Again, just trouble from the exchange from coming across half court and entering into your offense. Maybe you try something different. Maybe it's a dribble handoff or some other way to enter into that offense. But all game long, Wasatch has had trouble right there.
Yep. That time the foul charge to Maya Jensen of the Lakers. Jensen literally looking at the ref. Me?
Yeah.
And, it was close for sure. But it's like you said.
And I think earlier in the game, second, third quarter, she probably would have got away with it. But they're going to tighten it up.
Looked like deflected there. Call goes to Wasatch. Porter looked like she got it, might have kicked off her foot. And so Wasatch gets the ball underneath the own basket, and they're going to go.
See, I like that look. Not shying away from it, going right to the middle, and she goes to the contact instead of trying to shy away or fade away.
Courtney Porter now with 3 fouls. This could come into play.
Yeah, the last 5.5, you're shooting 2 free throws now every time. Now you just got to make them.
Yep. Kiara Sari missed.
None of that matters if you don't put it through the hoop.
But like you said, still a victory to get in there, have the attempts, get a foul on someone. Sari misses the second, but gets her rebound, just misses the putback. And now Wasatch, Sari's going to get called. I'm betting here. Nope. Oh, no, they're saying 1-1. No, they are going to give the call.
On the rebound. On Sari, I think.
Actually, it looks like they gave it to. No, they did. They gave it to Kiara Sari. So now Wasatch, their 2 posts with 4 fouls each. Sari did a great job of coming and getting that offensive board. Looked like she might have the put back in, but it bounced in and out. And then it was on that next rebound play. Looks like it gave her the foul. Bonneville will shoot.
So now it looks like it's going to come down to a little bit of a free throw shootout here.
Ella Holland misses the first. Porter looked like she had it, and then it went out of bounds. So Wasatch will get the ball. Still full court pressure by Lily Hall on the junior Kinsley Schultz. Pulsifer likes to drive. Sari gets the ball to Noyce.
I've been looking for.
And that is what Coach Porter talked about at our halftime interview. She knew that Wasatch was going to try. There's a steal.
And a timeout.
Timeout called. So
I'm still perplexed, I guess, at the entry. They're pressuring so much, and we haven't done anything. Now, granted, they're not really trying to steal it or anything, so you can dribble it up, but about half court line is where Schultz is having a hard time entering the offense. That time they came clear up. I mean, we had 4 people within the first
10. They're 10 feet from the half court.
Yeah. If not even close. Like, look for your back cut. Give them a screen away or a dribble handoff entry, or have your first person bring it up just up the sideline and have Schultz at the top.
Okay, gotcha.
You got to look for some different entryways if they're going to create that much pressure and trouble for you.
Bonneville Lakers.
You're getting to the point in the game, 12 points, about 4 minutes or so left in the game. You can't make a lot of adjustments from here on out. You got to execute everything that you're doing.
Bonneville Lakers with a 12-point lead. Wasatch has been able to keep that. At one point, it was a 16 or 17-point lead for the Lakers. Wasatch hit a couple shots here, brings it to within 12. But quickly, the Wasps are running out of time. 5:07 left here in this game, this first round of the 5A girls state playoffs. The 18th ranked, RPI ranked Bonneville Lakers being hosted by the Wasatch Wasps at 15. Bonneville comes out. There's a soft jumper by Holland.
That's Wasatch trying really hard on defense to create something and giving up something easy.
They have to go out. Like you said, they have to go out. And Holland did a nice soft jumper. There's the ball trying to get down low to Sari. Sari saves it. Little volleyball dive off the court. But Bonneville will still get it.
How far up she had to catch this and then try to entry.
Yes.
I would like to see that part of it works because you're doing a lot of back picks with your two bigs down low and trying to free something up there, but not if you can't get them to pass.
Wasatch doing a little double team here at the corner and caused the turnover. So Wasatch takes over. Wasatch 4 minutes, 30 seconds, down 14. And another turnover there, just not able to get that first play. But Schultz going for the steal is going to get called for the foul. I believe that is Kinsley Schultz that they'll call that on. And I believe that will be her third personal foul. Lily Hall at the line for the Lakers, shooting 1-1 off the front rib, no good. Kiara Seri comes down with it. Wasatch coming down desperately needing a score here to extend this game. Another touched ball on a pass. Rachel Noyes comes up with it, kicks it out. She was immediately triple teamed there.
Yeah. There's the screen away down low. Clears the lane. I like that read.
They're going to call that. Oh, they did call the jump ball. I thought she might get the foul called.
And that'll stay with Wasatch. So here's where Hayter can use one of his great baseline out of bounds here.
Underbound, yep. Inbound play under the basket. Let's see what they run this time.
They've had success with it.
And that should be a kick.
Yeah.
For that to be over. Looking at scoring leaders for the Lakers, it is Courtney Porter leading the Lakers with 9 points. Lily Hall with 7. Wasatch has got 8 points tonight out of Sari. She gets that inbound play and scores. That's at least the third time that inbound play has worked. Double team quickly.
I like the pressure. Make sure it has a purpose and you don't get caught.
I think at this point.
That's what I was just going to say, especially with Rachel.
And if that's on Rachel.
Be careful of who you have chasing like that. Yep.
And Rachel Noyes.
And that's going to bring her out.
With the aggressive play is going to get charged with her 5th personal foul. And she will come out of the game. Looks like Bonneville is going to go ahead and take a timeout. Bonneville up 12, 40-28. And these
30-second timeout.
3:36 left in the game, Corey. As we have mentioned dozens of times this season, I've seen crazier things. A 12-point lead with 3.5 minutes is not safe anywhere, and especially for a team on their home court. What does Wasatch need to do right here to just get back in the game?
You got to get some stops, and they're trying to do that with the double teams and the pressure. Bonneville, from what I've seen, has looked really good at just slipping. Whoever the pressure is leaving, going to double, they're just slipping into the open hole on the weak side and throwing it over there. So be careful on when you trap. It's kind of that, we've talked about it before, the shark bait in the water. You don't want to just run at the ball and chase it like a puppy. You want to make sure that you're running with a purpose. Wait till the ball is in a position that is smart to trap so that you don't get burned. And sometimes that's baiting them into thinking this lane is open or this side of the court's open. Once they get there, then you jump on it. So they've got to create some stops. They've got to get some turnovers on Bonneville and then convert. Bonneville's just got to make free throws the rest of the way out. They've got this one, I think.
And Elizabeth Jensen of the Jensen sisters, makes the first. Elizabeth Jensen, a sophomore. Maya Jensen, number 11, is a senior. They look identical. Elizabeth Jensen takes a second and sinks it. Now a 42-28 lead. 14 Wasatch just has to score quickly. There's that little fake
There's
move
the back cut,
about.
Right? Fake back cut off.
It looked like Heath got it, tried quickly to get it to Sari. There's Pulsford, swings it over to Sari. Katie Perry was able to take care of it. That looked like clearly a foul. and did not get the call.
I mean, you got to expect that pressure, and the defense just finished through the contact.
Time quickly running out here for the Wasps. 3 minutes, 3 seconds left. Norm Hader just beside himself that he couldn't get that call there on Sari. Bonneville, like you said, doing a really good job of just taking care of the ball. Wasatch trying to double team. There's another 3-point attempt off the mark. Keith gets the ball. Looks like it's going to be a foul charge to the Lakers. I'm guessing Elizabeth Jensen. Jensen pleading her case. No, it'll be Mia Jensen. And I apologize if I'm saying that name wrong. Mia or Maya. Jensen, I believe that is Maya Jensen. That's her second personal. And Kinsley Schultz will shoot 2. Misses the first. And that's kind of the way the night's been going for the Wasps. Kinsley Schultz with 3 points tonight.
They've missed a number of free throws here just in the fourth, and you need every one of them if you want to have a chance here.
Still a 14-point lead for the Lakers. 2:40 left in this game. Courtney Porter drives, does the baseline move, almost makes it in and out. Kiara Sari with the rebound, and here comes Wasatch down 14, needing to make some shots quickly. Pulsifer looked like she might take that 3. I think she should have. There's a little foul. Courtney Porter's going to get called for that. Looked like a little body bump.
Yeah, a little contact.
That'll be her 4th foul. So if something were to happen here, Wasatch were to sink some shots, Porter's the only one really with any foul trouble. There's Katie Perry.
That free throw looks great.
Hitting a much-needed free throw. Katie Perry is sophomore, one of the future spots for the Wasps here. Hits both of them. It's a 12-point game. 2:16 left. Wasatch needs to make some magic happen right here. And Bonneville just has to take care of the ball.
There's an opportunity.
Steal by Rachel Heath. Misses it, but Sari gets the putback.
And that's why you follow, right?
Sari now with 12 points. Rachel Heath got that steal.
It's only 10, 2 minutes to go.
Bonneville doing what I think they should, just pull out, pass it around, make Wasatch come to them. They are doing a very good job, and Bonneville not going to take shots. They are going to go ahead and let the fouls happen.
Yep. And that's where great job by Bonneville of spreading the floor open. If Wasatch's tactic here on defense is to just send one and double, there's always going to be somebody open. So spread the floor, be really patient, just watch and see where that pressure's coming. When you have a second, throw it to the open. And that's exactly what they did.
Lily Hall sinks the first. Lily Hall quietly, in my opinion, is the player of this game.
I'm right there with you.
She
I thought it
both.
In the first half. I mean, the difference on her pressure bringing it up, and then her
defense is just
her
dominated.
offense has matched.
9
her offense has kind of been shadowed by her defense, and
it looks like,
as well as Porter has even played today. I don't know.
Yeah, Porter most definitely has seemed to command the under the basket, but Lily Hall and all their guards have just done outstanding. They've just really kept Wasatch a step behind. 12-point lead. We got a timeout here, and maybe this will give us a chance to thank our sponsors just a little bit here for Sting TV. Corey?
Yeah, haven't you had a chance really to say how great they are? Mountain Land One Stop right here at the corner of whether you're going to Provo or whether you're going up to Strawberry, out the Mountain Land One Stop. Great for gas and fuel and food in the belly. We love One Stop and all they do for the school and the community, really. And they've been a great sponsor of Sting TV. Labrum Chevy Ford, I mean, we know what they do. They're donating a car every year. That's crazy. And they've done it for almost 10 years, I think. I don't know what it is yet off the top, but such generosity. Heber Valley Cheese out in Midway. If you haven't had a chance, get out there. And, of course, your Heber favorite, Dairy King.
The cheese factory out there, the Kohlers, run a quality business. It's a great site. If you haven't been out there recently, they have done a fantastic job of being able to meet the COVID standards, and you can go out there and have a great time.
Yeah, even if you're not looking to shop for cheese, it's a cool experience. Take the kids and see the family and or the animals. There's that same, not coming to the ball, anticipates.
Courtney Porter trying to put the fork in it for the Lakers. It's a 14-point lead. And again, that anticipation that you mentioned.
And that happened 6 feet from the half-court line.
There's a three-point attempt. Good.
There you
Rachel
go.
Heath.
Get a couple of those, Rachel, and you're in it.
Wasatch
nice shot.
Needs that much more and quicker.
There's the defense coming to trying to double there and get a foul. If you don't get a steal right away, then foul is the next thing to do.
Looks like the foul charged on Heath. That's her third. And at the line for the Bonneville Lakers will be Maya Jensen. Maya Jensen has had a great game herself, 6 points.
I've been impressed with their composure the whole way throughout. 7
points now for Maya Jensen. 47-35. 13-point lead now. Wasatch pushed this game to get within 10.
Yeah, you're right there. 10 with 2 minutes. Completely doable.
Rachel Heath puts the ball up off the mark. Rebound goes to Bonneville. And we're down to 30 seconds. And Bonneville Lakers are going to go ahead and switch in all their subs
for
their
bench.
Starters.
Yep.
And that's a 30-second bad sign for Wasatch at this point. Wasatch will take over. No, I take that back. Bonneville will have the ball.
Yep.
Bonneville will take a 13-point lead.
And like we said, all they need to do is make free throws. And not much Wasatch can do given the amount of time and the deficit that they're behind.
I mentioned a minute ago, Lily Hall, player of the game. I got to say probably co-player of the game with Courtney Porter. I think you can't leave Porter out of that discussion. She has been dominant underneath, and the anticipation steals. The two of them together could
She's been the other side of that coin on defense.
Yep.
Where Hall is putting the pressure up front when she tries to make that pass. Courtney Hall, time and time again, is just stepping in and picking it off.
The combined between the two, Porter and Hall, steals easily 15 or more, I would think, in this game. Bonneville will take over. They get the ball in and off the hands, so Wasatch will get a chance here. 30 seconds left. Down 13. Wasatch just needs to make 3 threes in a row somehow, and they needed to shoot it now.
They got to be looking right away. Yeah.
There's Schultz with the 3-point attempt. No good. Bonneville is going to get the rebound, and they're going to come down. There's a hard foul.
We might get an intentional body check on it, but
Sari quite frustrated at this point. It's going to come out of the game with her 5th personal foul.
I think Coach Porter's asking for that intentional, and there's the call from the other official. Not a lot of play on the ball, unfortunately. I mean, she's frustrated, and rightfully so, but came over to try to get the foul and body checked her into the first row of the student body section.
So the intentional foul will allow the free throws for Bonneville. This will be Bella Larson. And Larson, I believe this is her first entry in the game. A junior, sinks the first. Bonneville has also, I think that was the substitution into the game for Wasatch is McKenna Gardner, a sophomore. Garner, excuse me.
This is a good opportunity for Coach Hayter to sub out individually and give some of those seniors some recognition for a great season that they've been able to do. And
Bella Larson misses the second. She gets in the books, though, with a point.
Yep.
And Bonneville, by virtue of the intentional foul will take over. And that to me looked like a backcourt, but Bonneville controlling it. Subs in the game. Starters still in the game for the most part for Wasatch, except for, well, really only Schultz and Rachel Keith. Free throws now for Hannah Mickelson for Bonneville. 10 seconds left. This game all but over, and that will be an unceremonious ending for the Wasps. Having played the last 11 games, winning 7 of their last 11 games of the season, which was a strong way to at least get this home court advantage. And
Yeah.
But just met a tough game plan from a tough Bonneville Laker team.
Yeah, I'm curious if there's any part of this game that kind of caught Coach Hayter and the team off guard. If they'd seen that kind of pressure before, or was this the first they'd seen? And
Right.
because it felt like Wasatch was shocked and became very frustrated early on.
Sort of an accidental foul there. Hannah Mickelson will get charged, and Kingsley Schultz looks like she'll get a chance to shoot some free throws. We hope to get a chance to interview Coach Hayter right after this game. So we'll be able to, I believe, go down to the floor, or should we have him come up here?
We'll see if we can get him up here with a headset.
Okay. And we'll have him for a minute or two. I'm not sure we can get him up here, though. Kingsley Schultz hits both. And 37-51 will be your final score. The Bonneville Lakers upset the Wasatch Wasps in this first round of the 5A state tournament. And coaches over there shaking hands. So we're going to hopefully get a chance to visit with Coach Hayter. And it looks like we may not be able to until after they're out of the locker room. So,
yeah, he looks like he wants to go in and have a few words before.
And that's okay. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and talk just for a couple minutes here about this game. And once again, Brent Martindale here with Corey Lang, the director of Sting TV. Let's just go over the scoring for this game. Wasatch came out of the first quarter and controlled this game. We're up by as much as, I believe the score was 9-6 at one point, and then it was 11-5.
Yeah, it looked really positive early on for Wasatch. Like they were prepared, and and it was just that one change I felt on the defensive side by Bonneville
and that's what we were going to talk about here. The Wasps had a scoreless second quarter, and so went into the second quarter up 11-7 and went into halftime down 11-13. Bonneville only scored 6 points, but turned the game around, and from that point on, Bonneville led. And Coach Corey, you say this third quarter was the big change for the Lakers.
They got second and third between those. I mean, the second definitely brought a different look, and I think that was what Bonneville saw. And so when they went in at half and were able to see what they had success with, the adjustments didn't happen, at least, from what we saw on Wasatch, and that's where, because it was still a 2-point game.
Yes.
Even with that change, it's still anybody's if you can make those adjustments. The third quarter difference of not being able to adjust to that pressure is what blew the game open.
Yeah, that's most definitely the Lakers at that point took advantage of their full court press.
Mm-hmm.
And as you said, just completely overwhelmed Wasatch, just had no answers for it.
They were working so hard just to get the ball up, let alone into their offense, and then by the time they got that, like if you avoided the turnovers early on and were able to get it across and get it into your offense, now you're relying on your offense execution and being successful, which at that point you got too many strikes against you to count on that every time. So and those two players that we talked about, Hall and Porter, just unbelievable on the defensive pressure and being able to get those turnovers and steals and convert into buckets.
Leading scorers for Wasatch, Kiara Sari, 13 points. Rachel Heath, couple of baskets there at the end, 11 finished. She finishes her senior game and final game for the Wasps here on the Nest, 11 points. And Kinsley Schultz ended up with 5. Rachel Noyce with 5. And both Noyce and Sari fouled out at the end of the game. So what next? Well, the Wasps finished their season basically 6-11 overall. No, sorry, excuse me. Let me take that back. The Wasatch Wasps 9-12 overall record, and they exit the state tournament quickly after this first game, and look forward to their next step. Corey.
Yeah, they got some great young talent. I feel positive about the direction of the Wasatch girls team here going forward. They lose some great leadership and some good seniors, but boy, the future's bright, I feel, for Wasatch. If this is kind of the rebuild, I think they've had a lot of success with it.
The Bonneville Lakers, with that win, get the huge reward of playing powerhouse Lehigh.
Yeah.
At Lehigh. That game
Congratulations.
will be Thursday night.
Yeah.
Although, Bonneville really
they looked
themselves.
good.
They looked great and had a great game plan. If you have any group
if they can
of
bring that
athletes,
defense to Lehigh or anybody, they have a chance at beating anybody.
Exactly.
If you can keep them out of their offense and keep them from scoring, like you can win any game.
Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and close out. Final score here tonight, 51-37. Brent Martindale here with Corey Lang for all of everybody here at the Sting TV studios. Great job, Corey. Anything final?
We will see you tomorrow night with the boys at Mountain View. We're going to go on the road and take our show on the road.
Viewmont.
Sorry, yeah.
Viewmont, I believe, yes.
It is Viewmont. I don't know why I said that.
That game will be 7 o'clock, right?
7 o'clock on Sting TV. We'll be doing the boys' game. So tune in for that.
Thanks for joining us here, Sting TV. All right. Good job, guys.